Hey, what's up guys, it's Ronald here. So this video is going to focus on self-confessed woman abuser Aldrin Sampear being back on the morning show with Newsroom Africa. Now this morning, the 19th of May, he started off his show with an apology in which he apologizes but does not admit to pushing a woman, and therefore he is refusing to admit assault even though it was caught on video. What also blows my mind is the fact that Newsroom Africa, after now knowing that he's got a history of abusing women and then recently being caught on camera pushing another woman, that they are so eager to have him back on the show. So listen to the apology.
It's the 19th of April, the 19th of May rather, and looking forward
Off to a great start, getting the date wrong.
to spending the morning with you right here on the AM report between 6 and 9 o'clock. But I want to start off here. On the 17th of April, I was involved in a traffic incident which resulted in a confrontation between myself as well as another driver. And having had made time to reflect on these events, I want to take full responsibility for my actions. Although I did not assault the other driver.
Well, there we go. Apology over, right? I mean, you have been caught on video pushing this woman, therefore assaulting her, and you say that you had time to reflect, but you can't admit that you assaulted another woman. Really?
I believe that I should have been more composed and found a way to de-escalate the situation. And I fell short of the standards I hold myself to, and for that I want to express my regret and sincere apologies to our viewers, my colleagues here at Newsroom Africa and the management. I've worked really hard to make sense of this experience and the root cause of my response, and I hope that through my actions from now on to rebuild the trust and the confidence placed in me as I continue on this journey to do better. And to the babies out there as well, I want to say Uncle Aldrin is really sorry.
Bit weird, all the babies out there. Okay. So Aldrin Sampear, for those that might not know, was caught on, I think it was the 18th of April, on a video doing the following.
Huh?
I mean, why are you
Why
hitting
did
me?
you do what you did?
Why are you hitting
Why
me?
did you do
Stop.
what you did?
You
Why
did
did you
it.
do what you did?
You did it.
Why did you give me the middle
Look
finger?
at
What
my-
was the middle finger
Stop
for?
hitting me.
What was the middle? Where did
Stop
I hit you?
hitting me.
Where
Why
I
are you
hit
hurting me?
Where did you? Why
Stop.
did you give me that middle finger?
I'm gonna call
Why
the
did you give
police.
me
I'm gonna call the
Call the
police.
police, whatever you
Stop.
want. Why did
Why
you
are
give
you
me that middle
hitting me?
finger?
So it goes on and on. The trick here though is, if you're in a car and you see somebody assaulting somebody else, what is the immediate reaction? You press the hooter, right? So I want you to watch how the camera angle moves. You can clearly see him moving forward to push her, and then immediately afterwards you can hear somebody hooting in the background, indicating that people saw some commotion going on. I mean, if two people are just talking, nobody's gonna hoot. The moment that you obviously get involved and you see somebody starting to shove somebody else, that is when you start hooting. So there are two aspects here. The first is that you can clearly see from the camera that she is being pushed, and then the confirmation of that is that the person in the background is hooting. Have a look again.
You did.
You
Why
did
did you
it.
do what you did?
You did it.
Why did you give me the middle
Look
finger?
at
What
my-
was
They
the middle
pushed it.
finger
Stop
for?
hitting me.
What was the
There's the
middle
hoot.
Stop
finger?
hitting me.
Right
Why
there.
are you hurting me?
Now, please explain to me how it is possible, based on the video evidence, that you are standing in front of the nation a month later and you are saying that you did not assault this poor woman when the video evidence is very clear. So your apology is simply not accepted. Not because I think that you needed to give an apology. I think everybody could see this from the start. This is obviously Newsroom Africa's PR team. Whether or not the apology is sincere, other people can judge. But based on the fact that you can't even admit to the obvious thing that happened, that tells me that your apology is not sincere. And just on top of that, as I stated earlier, he is a self-confessed woman abuser. Now, why do I say that? Well, if you go to News 24 on the 3rd of April 2020, the radio host's revelation he assaulted women after being provoked a step backward for abuse survivors. So it starts off, but this is the important part here. Aldrin further revealed that he had also physically abused two of his former partners. The host explains why he abused his first victim, a former girlfriend named Valentine, while he was in his teens. Valentine really pissed me off that day, he says. So that's his excuse for abusing a woman. Explaining that he beat up another girlfriend at a later stage, he says the incident took place because he felt like Uyangadelela. She disrespected me. Okay, so let's have a look. He's abused two women in the past, self-confessed, because they didn't listen to him or they disrespected him. And obviously, the latest incident shows similarities to that. If you want to see this once again, we can. Right over here.
Why did you do what you did?
Why are you hitting
Why
me?
did you do what you
She's talking back to him. He's pointing fingers at her. He's going and like, why is she talking back? Why is she disrespecting him?
did?
You
Why
did
did you
it.
do what you did?
You
And she stands up and he's getting more and more annoyed. And what eventually
Why did you
happens?
give me the middle
Look
finger?
at
What
There, you can see he pushes her.
was the middle finger
Stop
for?
hitting
What
me.
was
And there's the hooter in the back. Right. So now with all of that in your mind and fresh in your memory, do you honestly want to tell me that Aldrin is honestly very sincere with his apology? And I'm looking here because I want to restart it again. Knowing what you just saw, that you can clearly see him pushing her and then admitting to assaulting women in the past, do you think that it's acceptable for him to once again deny that he assaulted somebody? Let's have a listen one more time.
It's the 19th of April, the 19th of May rather, and looking forward to spending the morning with you right here on the AM report between 6 and 9 o'clock. But I want to start off here. On the 17th of April, I was involved in a traffic incident which resulted in a confrontation between myself as well as another driver. And having had made time to reflect on these events, I want to take full responsibility for my actions.
He wants to take full responsibility for his actions, right? So his actions were that he pointed fingers in the lady's face, he was shouting at her, he pulled off in front of her, and he pretty much blocked her off because he felt that she violated his rights, right? And so he's taking full responsibility for that. However, the most important thing, the reason so many people are upset is that he assaulted somebody. But here we go.
Although I did not assault the other driver,
Apology not accepted. I'm sorry, I'm not being petty here, but you are literally admitting that you did something wrong. And the big thing that people are outraged about is that you assaulted. Nobody cares that you pointed fingers or that your voice was raised, even that you might have tried to prevent her from driving further. The obvious elephant in the room thing here that people are outraged about is that you laid hands on this woman. And that is the one thing that you can't admit to. So what have you learned? What reflection? It's there on video. Why are you bullshitting yourself? Why are you bullshitting everybody else? It is clear as day. You assaulted her. Admit it. You've done it previously. You've admitted to those assaults. Why can't you admit to this assault? And shame on you, Newsroom Africa. Here you are literally giving a platform to an admitted woman abuser. Self-confessed woman abuser. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. How many times does this need to happen for you to take action? Does serious consequences need to happen? Does somebody need to get seriously injured? Is there a possible death that needs to happen before Newsroom Africa does the right thing? Now, you can call this cancel culture, and I don't really give 2 shits. Recently, I apologized for something that was said 15 years ago, right? What's going on over here? This is literally somebody that's a self-confessed woman abuser, and Newsroom Africa, instead of doing the right thing and saying, sorry, we're not going to allow that on our channel, they take a month with like this weak apology where he's not even admitting to what you can clearly see on the video. And then Newsroom Africa is, thank you, come back, do your thing. Shame on you, Newsroom Africa. And shame on you, Eldrin. You know that you pushed her. And you say that you've reflected. Bullshit. You're just sorry that you got caught. You are sorry that it was on video and there's no sincerity there, because you can't even do the right thing and admit that you did assault this woman, which would mean this is the third time at least that you've admitted to, or that there's video evidence of you assaulting somebody, which makes me think, how many people are there out there that have not come forward? I'm just putting it out there. And that's pretty much all I got to say. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel, smash the like button, and please share this video far and wide. You know, if they're not going to hold him responsible, then let's do it on our own by public pressure. And then lastly, if you support me and my content, please consider becoming a member. You can do so by clicking the join button below. And that's pretty much all I got to say. Till later, cheers and peace out.
You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I wear my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I wear my massacre. I wear my massacre.